This is X bringing you another episode of More Than Meets the Name. Deadeye. This one is definitely an appropriate name. A Deadeye is defined as an expert marksman. An expert marksman is what you have to be as Lara Croft to unlock this one. This probably wouldn't be so bad if you had more opportunities. However, after several playthroughs, I found only 2 areas that were good for shooting 10 enemies off zip lines. Taking this into consideration, you want every kill you can get in those 2 areas, so reload checkpoint becomes your best friend. Reload checkpoint could be used so much so that it's like that friend you go to when you're having problems with your relationship. Instead of getting advice to fix things, you get to go back before you made the mistake that landed you in the doghouse. It could be worse. You can get an arrow in the knee from your significant other for whatever you did. Speaking of an arrow in the knee, let's talk about Former Adventurer. Looks like Crystal Dynamics wanted Tomb Raider to belatedly jump on the overly used Skyrim arrow in the knee meme bandwagon. For those not familiar with this meme, it originated from Skyrim. I used to be an adventurer like you, then I took an arrow to the knee was sent by a fifth of the town guards in Skyrim due to their limited number of stock raises. Quickly became hated due to oversaturation. Nevertheless, I still enjoyed this Skyrim reference. But then I started thinking the name Former Adventurer doesn't accurately match the description of incapacitated 25 enemies with a dodge counter. Who's the adventurer in Tomb Raider? Lara Croft. Who's getting the arrow in the knee? That would be the cultists. At no point does Lara get an arrow in the knee ending her adventuring career. If that happened, there's no chance of a sequel, and Tomb Raider would probably be the shortest rebooted series. What are you going to do? Have her hobble around on a crutch like Roth did when Lara first met up with him after being shipwrecked on the island? Of course, an arrow in the knee would be the least of her problems as an adventurer. She should be dead from the continual head injuries and high falls. Does she have a healing factor like Wolverine, enabling her to survive all these injuries? Anyway, thanks for watching and be sure to leave some feedback in the comments. I'll be back in a week for another More Than Meets the Name.